When we embark on a journey across the globe, the diverse landscape of tax policy and administration unveils itself as a rich tapestry of strategies, each intricately woven to meet the unique needs of its people. It's a world where taxation is not just about numbers, but about how societies choose to fund their collective goals, redistribute wealth, and fuel their economies. From the bustling markets of Asia to the tranquil scenes of Scandinavia, we encounter a fascinating spectrum of fiscal innovation and tradition. In the Scandinavian countries, we witness a model where high tax rates coexist with high levels of public trust and satisfaction. Renowned for their extensive social welfare systems, these nations rely on income taxes, VAT, and corporate taxes to fund robust public services. What sets them apart is the transparency and fairness of their tax systems. Citizens see tangible benefits like healthcare, education, and social security, fostering a shared willingness to contribute. As we venture to Asia, countries like Singapore and Hong Kong emerge with business-friendly tax policies, marked by low corporate tax rates and efficient administrations. Yet even with lower taxes, these nations successfully fund public services through a broad tax base and strategic fiscal management. Their pragmatic approach strikes a balance between attracting investment and maintaining public financial health. In North America, the U.S. presents a different picture. The American tax system, complex and ever-evolving, reflects a blend of competing interests, leading to a maze of deductions and exemptions. This complexity can create inefficiencies but also allows flexibility, enabling targeted incentives to influence economic behavior. Canada offers a streamlined approach, with higher personal tax rates and efforts to ensure fairness, closing loopholes and mitigating the regressive effects of its value-added tax through rebates for low-income families. Europe, too, showcases a patchwork of tax systems. In countries like Germany and France, robust social welfare programs are supported by a combination of income taxes, VAT, and social contributions. These nations lead efforts to tackle global tax challenges, such as digital taxation and tax evasion. Meanwhile, in Eastern Europe, Estonia pioneers in digital tax administration, offering innovative tools like e-residency and seamless online tax filing. The global journey through tax policy reveals that no single approach fits all. Each country's strategy reflects its unique priorities, whether to drive growth, ensure fairness, or provide for public needs. Yet, there is a shared recognition of the need for international cooperation. As the world becomes more interconnected, challenges like tax evasion and the digital economy demand coordinated global solutions. Initiatives like the OECD's Base Erosion and Profit Shifting (BEPS) project and the Global Minimum Tax are steps toward greater fairness in international taxation. The exchange of ideas and cooperation will be key to crafting tax systems that reflect shared values and common goals. Crafting a fair tax system is no easy task. It's a delicate balance, a puzzle that policymakers around the world constantly grapple with. On one side, the need to raise revenue for essential public services, schools, healthcare, infrastructure. On the other, the call for fairness, ensuring that the burden is shared equitably across society. But tax policy is about more than just numbers on a page. It's about shaping the kind of society we want to live in. High taxes can deter investment and innovation, but too many tax breaks can erode the very base that supports public services. There's the challenge of global competition. In an interconnected world, countries compete for businesses and jobs, often slashing tax rates to attract investment. But at what cost? How do we prevent a race to the bottom? The rise of the digital economy adds new layers to this complexity. As technology reshapes how we live and work, tax systems must evolve to keep pace without stifling innovation. So, what's the way forward? A fair tax system must be adaptable, simple, transparent, and built on trust. It must engage with those it impacts, businesses, communities, individuals, ensuring everyone has a voice. And as economies become more interconnected, international cooperation becomes key, preventing tax evasion and ensuring everyone pays their fair share. At its core, tax policy is about fairness. It's a journey, but it's also about the future, one of constant adjustment, refinement, and adaptation as the world changes around us. Simplifying tax laws and leveraging modern technologies, like AI and blockchain, are key strategies to streamline the process. Digital platforms make it easier for individuals to file returns, while AI targets fraud more effectively. But it's not just about tech. Engaging taxpayers, providing clear information, and international cooperation help ensure compliance. As economies evolve, so must our tax systems, always striving for fairness, efficiency, and trust. The story of tax policies is as old as civilization itself, where taxes have long influenced economies and lives in ways both seen and unseen. More than mere revenue, taxes are powerful tools that can shape the market, guide innovation, and help build a fair society. But when misapplied, they can stifle growth, dissuade investment, and deepen inequality. At the core, taxes shape decisions, whether for an entrepreneur ready to launch or a multinational seeking new investments. Lower taxes can ignite innovation, while higher rates can deter risk. Yet, in a globalized world, countries compete, often driving taxes lower in a race to the bottom, straining the very revenues needed for essential services. Beyond businesses, taxes also steer everyday consumer choices, from luxury items to basic goods. Sales taxes affect affordability, especially for low-income families, while capital gains taxes influence investment decisions and wealth distribution. But the influence of tax policies goes even further. They touch on global cooperation, environmental sustainability, and public health, like taxes on carbon emissions or tobacco. These policies reflect societal values, pushing us towards a cleaner planet or healthier lifestyles. Tax policies are never one-size-fits-all. They require careful balancing, trade-offs, and constant reevaluation to meet both economic and social goals. In the hands of policymakers lies the power to foster growth, nurture innovation, and ensure that prosperity is shared fairly. Ultimately, tax policies are not just numbers. They are the building blocks of the future, guiding us towards a more inclusive, thriving society. Then came digitalization, a game changer in the realm of taxation. For the taxpayer, filing taxes online has made the once dreaded task far simpler and more convenient. Gone are the days of poring over forms. Today, people can file their returns at any time and from anywhere, with systems that often provide pre-filled forms based on information already held by tax authorities. This not only reduces the chance of error, but also saves time. Digitalization has also boosted international tax cooperation, enabling automatic information sharing between countries to combat tax evasion. Challenges like cybersecurity threats and the digital divide remain, requiring ongoing investment and alternative options for those with limited internet access. Looking forward, innovations like blockchain and artificial intelligence promise even greater transparency and efficiency, making tax compliance an easier and more integrated part of everyday life. While there are hurdles to overcome, digitalization is paving the way for a fairer, faster, and simpler tax system for all. The journey toward fair and effective tax policies is like navigating a vast ocean. Public participation and transparency are the compass and map that guide us, ensuring that tax policies are crafted with fairness and trust. These principles can transform how tax rules are made and perceived, making the process more inclusive and equitable. Public participation involves engaging ordinary citizens and stakeholders in shaping tax laws, moving beyond closed-door decisions. This approach ensures that diverse voices influence the outcomes, fostering a sense of fairness and boosting voluntary compliance. When people feel involved, they're more likely to support tax policies, seeing them as legitimate. Transparency, meanwhile, is about making tax processes clear and accessible. When citizens understand how tax money is collected and spent, they can hold governments accountable. This openness builds trust in the tax system and the government as a whole. However, complexity is a challenge. Tax laws are intricate, and for meaningful participation, governments need to invest in public education. Simplified information and accessible communication tools can empower people to engage, while technology can expand outreach and make tax systems more transparent. While these ideals require effort, the result is a tax system that better reflects society's needs and fosters greater compliance. By making tax policies more democratic and transparent, we pave the way for a more trusted and effective system for all.